everybody. Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 4 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here today to give you another tip in living what I call life from the top of the mind. It's a philosophy that I've created over the last 27 years that are designed to help us bring our best to life regardless of the situation. The tip today comes from a book called The Fourfold Way by Angeles Arrien. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She's come up with 4 perspectives, questions, ways of looking at life that I think can be very helpful for those of us wanting to have more influence in our experience of life, wanting to bring our best to life and access that upper 80% of the brain. The first of the Fourfold Way says, show up. Now, that's really simple, but have you noticed how often we either don't show up, we don't go into situations that really we know would be good for us to go into, or we'll go into them, but we're really not there. Our mind is somewhere else, our energy is somewhere else. So that ability to show up is a wonderful prerequisite, I think, to us being influential. After show up, the second of the Fourfold Way says, pay attention to the meaningful. I love that because I think it speaks to how sometimes, even when we show up, we might be paying attention to the minutia, to the problematic, to the fear-based, to the things that aren't really that important. So if we show up and begin to make sure we are paying our attention, focusing on what we have determined to be meaningful, that can be a huge factor in us being successful in any situation. The third one, after show up, pay attention to the meaningful, is say your truth without judgment. Now, I know that's easier said than done, right? Because often we believe our truth is not only right, but we need to impose that on people and let them know that they're wrong. But that judgment actually has them resisting or blocking their ability to hear our truth. When we can say our truth without judgment, they can hear it. We feel good about the fact we're being authentic, we're saying what we believe, we're not hiding, we're not sugarcoating, and yet we're saying it in love, in a way that speaks to the recognition that sometimes there can be many truths within the same situation. So we show up, we pay attention to the meaningful, we say our truth without judgment, and then we want to be open to but not attached to the outcome. Again, easier said than done, right? Because so often when we go into a situation, we have a certain outcome in mind. We want it to turn out a certain way. Now, that's not a problem. The problem is when we get so attached to it that if we see it not turning out that way, we get thrown into that lower 20% of the brain. We start feeling stress or frustration, anger, resistance, resentment. And that has us trapped in that lower part of the brain and actually keeps us from being as influential in life as we want to be. Plus, other people see that attachment to our outcome and ironically start resisting us, even if they're pretty fine with the outcome, because they feel they're being controlled. They feel they're being dictated to, convinced of something. And I don't know if you've ever had anybody try to convince you of something, but have you noticed there's just an automatic resistance to that? So what if we went into life more aware of what it was like to show up, to be present, fully present, paying attention to what's important, to the meaningful, saying our truth without judgment, and being open to but not attached to the outcome? Can you see how that would allow us to then flow with each moment and bring our best to each moment in a way that allows us to become very influential in our lives and in the lives of others? Hope you found this valuable. You know I try to keep these videos short. Here's to you bringing that fourfold way to everything you do. Here's to you bringing your clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do. And by the way, if you want any information about this Life from the Top of the Mind philosophy that I've created, you can go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com. You can also contact me if you would like me to come and create a presentation for your organization. As a speaker and seminar leader, I love to do that. So again, go to the website, hit the contact button, let me know what you're interested in, and I would love to come and share this information with you, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. In the meantime, again, here is to you, bringing more clarity, confidence, creativity to everything you do. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.